What's up, guys? How you doing today? You rocking out the one and only phillydom. I'm out here in Brazil, hanging out, having a good, amazing, wonderful, unbelievable time out here. I have a special guest for you today, Master Wayne. Is going to talk about Amazon. He has a special, special message that he wants to give to every last one of you guys. So, I mean, you guys been asking about him over and over. Where's the guy from Amazon? When Master Wayne gonna come back on your channel? When you and Master Wayne gonna hang out? Master Wayne, Master Wayne, Master Wayne. And we got the haters that just say whatever they want to say. But he's gonna talk to you guys today. He definitely has a special message for you today. So, Master Wayne, you take it from here. I don't see your slides popping up yet.
I am pulling it up now.
I guess let them know, about yourself, because some people don't know who you are.
Okay.
And shout out to you, Kevin. I see you in the live. Salute.
All right, what's going on? I'm Master Wayne. Some of you probably already know me. For others, this will be your first time being introduced to me. I've known phillydom for over 2 years. I met him in the Dominican Republic. And, he discovered that, I was a self-made millionaire through Amazon. I've been doing Amazon for 11 years. And Philly thought it would be a good idea for me to come on this channel and share my knowledge and expertise with you guys. So, I've been doing that now for about 2 years and mentoring people. And, I have a lot of success with Amazon, especially after being in the game for 11 years. And I've personally mentored over 105 people. And so that's me sharing my time and my expertise on the computer with them one-on-one, walking them through the whole gauntlet, which is Amazon, in order to be successful. Most people will send you to a membership course and you sign up. And then you cross your fingers and hope you can figure everything out, because usually they don't have good support. So, I've done my business up close and personal. And so now what I've been working on for the last past, probably the last past 6 months to 9 months is closing down my mentorship and automating my business to a subscription membership website. And if you know anything about my course for my mentorship, I had 2 price plans. The first price plan for my mentorship was a one-time investment of $2,500, and the second membership level for my mentorship was a one-time investment of $7,500 for the executive level. But now, if you're watching this, you are extremely lucky, fortunate, and blessed, because I'm opening up my automation membership subscription course to 100 beta testers for only $169 a month. So Philly, you might want to pin that in the chat. It's going to be first come, first serve, be first, be fast, because once those 100 slots are taken up, then that's it. And so, you're going to learn $1 million business, and you'll only be paying $169 a month for the subscription to learn everything. And you'll be my beta test group. You'll be watching my live trainings. You'll be interacting with me. You'll let me know if you see any errors, whether that I should have given me ideas, or whether that I should have did anything differently. And, more importantly, you'll be asking questions. So you'll cover all my frequently asked questions once I do launch my automation course. So, you're doing me a favor. Therefore, I'm doing you guys a favor and making, my expertise available to you for a price that I've never, ever done before. I don't even think anybody on the planet has ever given $1 million business away for this amount of money for some beta testers. But if you follow large marketers on the internet, you know that when you design a new software or a new membership course or a new subscription, having beta tests is extremely important so you can get all the feedback you need to make sure everything is working correctly. All right, so now that you know a little bit about me, let me jump into telling you more about the business and what you're going to learn and what you're going to get for your money. All right, so first and foremost, the most common question I get, or the most common pushback I get, is this a scam? So it's ironic that for Amazon Prime, there are over 180 million people subscribed to Amazon Prime in the United States alone. So that's half the population, or a little more than half the population. And so what most people don't realize is that they spend every single week ordering products from Amazon, but they never really sit down and think about the business aspect of what they're doing. So yeah, they're on Amazon and they're shopping, and they have products being delivered to their door, several times a week, if not every other day or every day. I know when I was in the United States, well, I ain't been home all year this year, so I can't say this year, but when I was home, I would order from Amazon 2-3 times a week myself, if not more. But me being having a curious mind, I wanted to learn what was behind the curtains. And Amazon has a world-renowned business model that can make you a self-made millionaire in less than 6 months to a year's time if you follow a proven system or you have somebody teaching you the ropes. So back in 2004, when the internet really started to take off, it disrupted a lot of brick and mortar colleges and universities, because now people didn't have to get off of work and go home and change and then go, to school and sit in the classroom. They could just go home, change into some comfortable clothes and jump on the computer and get their education online. So online colleges and universities really changed up the game. So what that ended up doing is that left a surplus of books just sitting on the shelves when these colleges and universities started to close down and lose their accreditation. And so ultimately what happened is Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, said, you know what? Let's get people to ship those books into Amazon, and we'll sell the books on our website. And once they sell, we'll cut them a check, and that'll be their profit. And that ended up being a very, very lucrative business model, and it's Amazon's business model to this day. So long story short, that's how Amazon FBA began. So that stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. So basically, you and I, or any average person or small business shop or mom and pop shop, can buy products from either a retailer, a wholesaler, or a manufacturer, or you can make products yourself and ship those products into Amazon. Now, you got to learn the correct way to do it, because Amazon is very restrictive with their policies. But once you send those products into Amazon correctly, then they'll go into what's called Amazon fulfillment centers. And once they arrive at Amazon fulfillment centers, they'll go live on the Amazon.com marketplace. All right. And then when the customer sees the product on the Amazon.com marketplace, the customer can then click on the product, buy it, and Amazon will pick it, pack it, and ship it directly to your door in a matter of 2 days if you have Amazon Prime. So that's the business model that Amazon works on. Now, Amazon actually has multiple business models under its umbrella. The largest is private label. Private label is where you contact the manufacturer and you say to the manufacturer, hey, I want to have this product developed. I want some changes done to it. And you submit a work order that details what you want the product made out of, what variances you want created. And once that's done, the manufacturer will send you a sample. You can inspect the sample, make sure it's to your expectations, and if everything checks out, you'll pay them the other half of the money, and then you can label that product with your own name. You can brand it, you can put your own logo on it, and then you can ship it into Amazon and start selling it. And now you're selling a product that you actually own. And there's nothing more powerful than having ownership over something, because now you can sell it, at multiple stages. You can sell it to consumers, through your own website, eBay, Amazon, TikTok, what have you. And in the long run, you could even sell it, the whole business or the whole entire product brand, for a nice little lump sum of money. Now, next is wholesale. Wholesale are companies contracted by manufacturers to actually find qualified sellers to actually sell their products on Amazon at a retail price. So you'll be able to obtain those products for a discounted price. The wholesaler will ship those products into Amazon for you, and then you'll be able to profit off of those, and you can buy in bulk. Now, retail arbitrage is what I start off teaching the majority of my clients. And what happens with retail arbitrage is, with the use of software and AI, you can scan the internet, and you might scan Best Buy, you might scan Walmart, you might scan Home Depot, and you'll find products that are also in those retail stores, but also selling on Amazon. So you'll be able to purchase those products directly from the retailer, Best Buy, Home Depot, Lowe's, CVS, and ship them into Amazon and sell them for a higher retail price, and you keep the profit. All right. And online arbitrage is exactly the same thing, but it's all done via the internet. So you don't have to go into those physical stores. And drop shipping is if you find a supplier who is willing to ship your product to Amazon customers in a plain brown unmarked box, then that's essentially drop shipping. So you might know a company or a warehouse that sells some dynamic products, and they'll be willing to ship it out in a plain brown box that's unbranded with no logo on it. Then you could actually do that also. And last but not least, you can do handmade items, but there's also KDP. And I'll get to KDP later on in this presentation. All right, so Amazon is a multifaceted conglomerate, right? So here's 10 countries that Amazon is currently inactive in, but they're actually in 19 marketplaces around the world. So this is just 10 just to get your feet wet. So there's United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Mexico, Germany, France, Australia, Italy, Spain, and Japan. And as you can see, the United States is the most competitive marketplace for Amazon. Now, one of the next questions I get is, okay, Wayne, this is all fine and good, but Amazon has been around for almost 2 decades. And I heard through the grapevine that it's saturated. Well, this is why you don't need to listen to other people, because other people just regurgitate what they've heard somebody else say, and very few people actually know what's going on behind the scenes or do their research. So with that being said, let me show you what the numbers say. So every week, Amazon brings in $4.4 billion. And every day, that's $638 million. Now, there's only 350 million people in the United States. So if Amazon makes $638 million a day, and it's 350 million people in the United States, that means Amazon could afford to pay every single person in the United States, man, woman, or child, $30,000 a month in income, and yet they would still make $288 million a day. So, if you crunch the numbers, it'll answer the question for you. So in terms of Amazon being oversaturated, the answer is not even close. And these are old numbers. I can probably update this, and the revenue has actually grown since then. Now, why should you even listen to me? Now, you kind of know who I am, but what's my measure of success? So here I am at an ATM machine, and you can see me holding my card in my hand, last four digits 7854, and you can see on the ATM screen my bank balance. That's $100,000 in my savings account and just shy of 1.3 million in my checking account. So, rarely do people who are successful achieve this level of success. Yeah, they'll get to the point where they're making money and they're doing well from selling courses and teaching people, but they're spending money just as fast as they make it. So their bank accounts don't look like this. Now, if that's not enough, then let's dive in a little bit deeper. So here I'm showing you a screenshot of one of my main Amazon accounts. And so that's a total balance of $26,584. And you can see my daily sales just shy of 4,500 with just 16 orders. So those are high ticket items, right, that I'm selling now. And if that's not enough, you say, okay, Master Wayne, you could easily, Photoshop that. And you're absolutely correct.
Buenos dias.
Yeah, Photoshop is this right here. So this is a video of me in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. That's my computer set up with 3 monitors. And you can see me pointing my cell phone right directly at the screen. I just hit the refresh button, and you can see my Amazon account come up right there. So then a couple of days later, that's my balance now at $32,784. And I'm live in the account, no smoke and mirrors, no fluff, no hype. And here I am refreshing the screen again. And because I'm in the Dominican Republic, it's trying to switch me over to Spanish, but I'm converting it back to English. And again, you can see my bank balance at 32,000. So again, I got money in the bank. Matter of fact, if you've been following me and phillydom over the last year and a half, you'll know that he and I were in Brazil together. And while we were in Brazil together, I put us up in a penthouse, and I flew us. First, we hung out in Rio. Then I flew us from Rio to Salvador Bahia, and then put us up in a penthouse, and we partied every day. I mean, we went to the club. We went to the mall, we went shopping, we were just living it up. And that's how I live my life. I didn't work this hard just to let the money just sit there and not be able to enjoy it. So now, if that's not enough proof for you and you're skeptical, then no problem. Here's some of my bank statements. So you can see that's a deposit of $35,000 right there. And here's another deposit of $32,000 right here. And you can even see my withdrawal. So, 32,000 coming in, 27,000 going out, 5,000 left over for savings. So, my parents kind of taught me that I should always save money, but they taught me to do it backwards. They taught me, okay, put aside a certain amount of money every single month. And I was like, oh, that's not a good way to do it. So what I do is I set out to create enough success where I simply make more money every single month than I spend. And here's another $29,000 deposit going into my bank account. And you can see I spent about $27,000. Now, that's a withdrawal, and it's not me really spending $27,000 a month. I actually do participate in a concept that's called infinite banking. If you've never heard of infinite banking, it's simply a strategy where you use premium whole life insurance, right? So let's say you have a premium whole life insurance policy of $1 million. You can now put $1 million cash in that life insurance policy tax-free. And if you need to purchase something, like I'm going to show you later, when I purchased a car, I just pulled that money out of my premium life insurance, purchased the car with cash, and then put that money back into my life insurance without paying zero taxes. So if you don't want Uncle Sam taking all your money, file exempt, and all the money that you make, put it in, premium whole life insurance. Because most people are familiar with the death benefit of life insurance, but they're not familiar with the life benefit of life insurance. So there's both. All right, so Master Wayne, all right, we get it. You're successful. You've done a great job, but have you made anybody else successful? Has anybody else made money with your mentorship? Well, let's get into that. So here's a picture of me in Medellin, Colombia, with Giordano and Luke. And Giordano became one of my mentees, and here he is at $5,000 a month within his first 3 months. All right. Here's another client of mine. This is Colin Beckford, and this is a screenshot that Colin Beckford sent me, where he was at making $10,240 a month. And down below, he says the digital nomadic lifestyle and beachfront condo in the tropics is now a reality. Thanks, Master Wayne. And here's another client. This is Walter. Now, Walter was actually very skeptical. So Walter actually booked a flight to Sosua, Dominican Republic, where I was staying. And I met him down at Roomba's and took him back to my villa and set him down and showed him the business while sitting right beside me so I could take away all his skepticism. And so, and the irony is, Walter's a truck driver. And at the time, he was delivering orders and pallets and truckloads of freight from Amazon. So he sort of went full circle. This is another client of mine, Mark Metellus. When Mark reached out to me, he was telling me that he and his wife were already had an Amazon business, and they were selling books. But he was like, Wayne, I can't break $1,000 a month, so we need help. So they signed up for my mentorship, and within about a few short months, we had Mark Metellus now bringing in $11,900 per month from his Amazon business. And when he sent me his first screenshot, he was very excited because he was like, I'm $49 away from my first $3,000 a month. Thank you, Wayne. All right, this is another client of mine. This is Vanessa Pittman. And, when Vanessa reached out to me, she told me that her husband had just had a massive heart attack, and he was primarily the breadwinner. And she was like, they had a limited number of savings to go on. And she was like, she needed this to work. So I was like, no problem. Go ahead and get signed up and I'll mentor you. And this is her sending me a screenshot where she only expected to make $5,000 for the month, but she ended up eclipsing that, making $6,000. And then from there, she was able to pour her passion into writing, her very first book. So if you see her book on Amazon, definitely pick that up. It's a testament from survivors, women healed and whole. All right, this is Andrea Furlow. So Andrea was referred to me by her mother. And this is me getting Andrea in the business. And this is her hitting $1,242.59 within her first 45 days. So she really hit the ground running and was very successful. So back in 2022, my niece got married out in Las Vegas. So I had to fly from Dominican Republic back to Atlanta and then out to Las Vegas for my niece's wedding. And while I was out there, I had another client named Tavar who jumped in her car and drove 3 hours north up to Las Vegas to sit down and meet me in person. So here we are at Yardstick having dinner. And, I appreciate her for making that 3-hour drive just to meet me in person. But, she hit the ground running also. And this is her making $5,000 in her first 30 days. And this is Marsha and Sheldon. Marsha actually used to be my esthetician in Atlanta. So she would remove the moles off my face. And so Marsha became one of my clients, and her and her husband decided to fly out to the Dominican Republic to Sosua and stay with myself and my Dominican girlfriend at the time at our villa. So they stayed 6 days, and man, we had a wonderful time. So, not only do I give a level of service that goes above and beyond, but the type of dedication I put into the business also transforms some of my clients into lifelong friends, or pretty much they become like family. So this is Tony Hampton, and this is him sending me a screenshot where he hit $10,000 a month. And, I also set you up with cash back. And so you'll be using 4 different cash back sites. And as you can see, just from one cashback site, he was bringing in $242 in profit. And that was just from one cashback site. Yeah, he had 3 others working too. So, that's just extra passive income that you get every single month on top of what Amazon is paying you out. And Amazon pays you every 2 weeks. This is Elena. So I'm used to be, I still am. I'm an avid volleyball player. So every other week I go to Bangkok just to play volleyball. And Elena and I have known each other for over 10 years. We used to play on the same volleyball team together, and we played in a league together. We made it all the way to the championship, but we lost. But I had so much fun playing with them as a team that afterwards I took everybody out to dinner, and then we went to an escape room, and then I treated everybody to Top Golf. And afterwards, Elena pulled me to the side and like, okay, Wayne, what are you doing? Because you're obviously not doing what everybody else is doing. So she was actually my very first student that I ever really sat down and started to teach this business model to. And in this screenshot, she's bringing in over 10K per month. All right. And during the pandemic, when everything went into lockdown, March of 2020, I was stuck at home, couldn't leave the house, but I figured out a loophole, and that loophole was doing Uber. So I had 2 cars back then, but I purchased a third one a little bit later. I'll show you that in a second. But I picked this young lady up from the airport right in Atlanta, and she got in my car, and she was like, okay, you obviously do a little something more than Uber, because this is a really nice car. So I'm going to show you the cars a little bit later. And long story short, she ended up becoming one of my clients, and I trained her. And every day she would stop at Smoothie King, get us some smoothies, and we would sit down right in my living room and train. And I was able to get her to bringing in $3,000 to $5,000 every 2 weeks. So she really took this business to heart and became successful. Now, here I am in the Dominican Republic in Sosua at my villa, and I had 3 clients fly in just to train with me in person. So on the far left is Jay Gustavo, in the middle is Mike Logan, and on the far right is Ernest Fultz. They all flew in at the same time so I could sit down and start training them in person. And that's a level of service that most online marketers and gurus never achieve. You never get to meet them in person, not unless it's at a conference or something like that, and, they don't have millions in the bank. They're really not as big as they make themselves out to be. And here I am a couple of weeks ago in Bangkok, and that's Ernest Fultz again, so he's in Thailand right now in Pattaya. Matter of fact, he's supposed to be coming over today to my condo. I'm right on the beach. And we're going to sit down and do some more training. Now he's going into the wholesale part of the business, where he's hired a VA, and she's gotten him approved with like 10 different wholesale companies. So Ernest's business is really taking off. This is Renee. Renee was my first Canadian client. And this is her just sending me a screenshot of her first sale. So she was super excited about that. And this is Ronnie Waller. And so Ronnie's from California. This brother got on the plane, flew from California all the way across the United States to Atlanta, and then transferred to a 3-hour flight to the Dominican Republic. So that's an 8-hour flight just to get to the DR for Ronnie. And he came and hung out with me in the Dominican Republic, like many of my clients, and we didn't do any work, zero work. We just hung out and had a great time and kicked it. All right. And then, but when he got back to California, he got to business, and he private labeled his very first product brand. So he's my first client to actually reach the private label status where he actually owns this. So can you imagine Ronnie on a date, and the date asks him what he does? And he was like, oh, I sell products, and here's a product that I actually own, and he can just slide it across the table and give it to her, and he's in there. All right, and this is another client of mine. This is Soba Kamar. I met Soba during the pandemic, and she was instrumental in helping me do retail arbitrage at the time. So she and I would actually go to Sam's Club when you still could go out, because even during the pandemic, you were still allowed to go to like the grocery stores and stuff like that. And man, we would go to Sam's Club and spend like $1,500, $2,000 and load everything up on one of those big Sam Club's cart and bring it back to my house and box it all up and ship it in Amazon. So she kind of learned the business from me firsthand. And this is her getting started with me teaching her the publishing side of Amazon. So this is her producing journals and coloring books. And her first month out the gate, she was at $1,832. And then you can see in June, the very next month, that ballooned to over $5,536. And now she has her own tea. So she's heavy into apothecary. So Soba is just killing it. Man, she travels as much as I do. She just got back from Jamaica, Korea, Indonesia. Man, she's just been all over the place. So shout out to Soba doing her thing. And not only have I made clients successful at Amazon FBA and private label and wholesale, but I've also now this year alone have made 15 of my clients and turned them into published authors. Phillydom himself has published almost 3 or 4 books. I forget exactly what amount of books he has, but it's either 3 or 4. So shout out to Phillydom for being a published author a few times over. And this is another client of mine, and same scenario as many of my clients. She actually, so when I first started working with Adrian, we went to Costa Rica for a week, and we trained, and we went to the Baldy Hot Springs Resort, and we hung out, just had a good time. And then I left Costa Rica, came back to the United States, and immediately went to Kenya, Africa. And I was in Kenya for about 3 months. And then when I left Kenya, I came back here to Thailand, where I am now. And when I got here to Thailand, about a month later, she flew into Thailand, and she was here with me for 6 weeks. And then we started to put the whole blueprint of her first book together. So this is her very first book. It's available for sale right now on Amazon. Go snatch it up. It's called Mind Over Misery. All right, here's another book of mine. This is from a client, Mike McClellan in the UK. And, he was dating a woman in the UK, and she had a daughter. And this is his girlfriend's daughter's likeness. And so I helped him create this book that's sort of based on his girlfriend's daughter and her likeness. This is another book from another one of my clients. This is a book from Sean Kendrick. It's called From Chaos to Calm, Breaking the Cycle of Overthinking. So shout out to Sean Kendrick for doing this thing. And, this book is also available on Amazon. So go pick that up. And, actually, overthinking is a cycle that a lot of people suffer from quietly and don't even know it. It's like you can't turn your brain off. So you have to learn how to quiet your brain. And in order to do that, you're going to need some steps, and you're going to need some direction. So if you have one of those overactive brains, and you're always overthinking something, then you might want to pick this up and read it, because It's definitely a blueprint to how to quiet the mind and be more productive. And here I am in Los Terrenos, Dominican Republic. So it's like a vacation in a vacation. And yeah, a couple of photos of me. This one is in Brazil when me and phillydom was in Salvador Bahia. Here I am with the watermelon smoothie in my hand in Thailand. Some of my other places I've traveled to. I actually went to Las Vegas back in like 2017 by myself, and I was there for 30 days. And fortunately for me, I'm not a gambler, so I did play the slot machines like a couple of times, but other than that, I just never really had an interest in gambling. So that's how I could go to Vegas for 30 days and not lose everything that I've worked so hard to gain. And I love motorcycles. So while I was in the Dominican Republic, I actually bought a motorcycle for myself and my Dominican girlfriend at the time. And we had like a little rental car that I rented every month, teaching her how to drive. And I love helicopter tours and chartering private yachts and penthouses. Just a nice little upper class standard of living. And I'm very adventurous. So this is me skydiving. And this is me in Medellin, Colombia. This is one of my levers. This is called parapente. So parapente is where they strap you into a parachute, into a harness, and run you off the side of a mountain. And next thing you know, you are sailing in the clouds. So look at that. It's a one in a lifetime experience. It's nothing. It's even better than skydiving. The skydiving, you're falling at a rate so fast you can't even fathom. But this right here, you're literally sailing in the clouds for almost an hour, hour and a half. The only thing I will say is that it's very cold that high of altitude. So make sure you dress warmly, or make sure you go on a day that where it's super warm or super hot. So this is one of my favorite. You can see down below in the basin, the whole city of Medellin is sort of perched in between two mountain ranges. So that was a lot of fun. I've been on other excursions that kind of equal it, but this was one of my favorites by far. And this is me at the top of Tres Cruces Mountain in Medellin, Colombia. And so it's quite a height. You can see the city below right there in the valley. And, even though as you can see, I was in great shape at the time, had like a six-pack, athletic, only like in my early 40s. Man, this mountain was treacherous, and that altitude was treacherous because Medellin is 5,000 feet above sea level. So, when you're hiking up that mountain, now you're pushing, 5,500 feet above sea level, and the air gets real thin. I had to sit down and take a break. And when you get to the top of the mountain, though, they have refreshments and food and drinks. So you can see me tearing into that pineapple into my left hand. And when I was back at home and I wasn't traveling, I'm an avid sports fanatic. So your Braves, Atlanta United, Falcons, Hawks, I would be at as many games as possible. And shout out to Lemire. She used to be my road dog, and we used to go to all the games together. And here I am at my villa in Dominican Republic. And you can see my Dominican girlfriend with that big ass smile on her face, because this was her very first motorcycle. She named it Kitty. But yeah, we had some great times though. And so I bought myself one and bought her one. And at the time I had two Dominican girlfriends, but one sort of fell off. So, she missed out. All right. And this is Spa Castle. Spa Castle is in Dallas, Texas. And before the pandemic, I would fly here every other month just for, 2-3 days of water and spa relaxation. Infrared tanning beds, saunas, spas, gazebos, restaurants, massages, nap rooms, you name it, they have everything. And this is me in Medellin, Colombia, during Halloween. Man, they really celebrate Halloween big there. because in the Latin culture, they had like the Day of the Dead. So they're heavy into this as a holiday. And here I am in Costa Rica going whitewater rafting and then indoor skydiving. Lots of fun. And then when you're traveling, you get to meet, people from all walks of life, and everybody is just having a good time because, they're kind of on vacation. All right. This is me in Cartagena, Colombia, at the Tortumo volcano. You climb down into the mouth of the volcano, and it's filled with mud, and you just cover yourself in mud, and it's a one in a lifetime experience. And this is me smoking a Cohiba on the balcony of my penthouse and zip lining. And doing this zip lining course in what was this? Oh, Costa Rica. It took 2 hours to complete the entire zip lining course, but it was so much fun. The only thing you couldn't touch the trees, and you had to watch where you step because they had fire ants larger than the size of your thumb. And when they bit you, it was like being stung by a wasp or a bee. And here I am horseback riding, four-wheeling. Here I am at Rock City in Tennessee, Stone Mountain, riding a Segway. If you've never rode a Segway, make sure you put this on your bucket list. It's self-leveling. You get on it, you grab the handlebars, and if you want to go forward, you lean forward. If you want to turn, you just turn the handle slightly. And if you want to stop, you just lean back. But man, it's a lot of fun. It's counterintuitive, but it's a lot of fun. And when I flew out to Las Vegas for my niece's wedding, I went ahead and rented this Corvette with the red bucket seats and the drop top. And man, I drove that thing all around Las Vegas. So I was there for 10 days. I arrived 3 days before my family got there, so I could just get settled in. And then my family was there for 4 days. And then I stayed another 3 days after they left, just so I could have a little extra fun, if you know what I mean. And I also took a helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon. And please put this on your bucket list too the next time you're in Las Vegas, or if you've never been to Las Vegas. If you go, take a helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon. It's only like $500, but it's a one-in-a-lifetime adventure. That helicopter is going to land at the basin of the Grand Canyon, and there's still a little water running down through the river. It's real murky and small, but when the helicopter lands and you get out and they turn the helicopter off, you will hear zero sound. The only sound you'll hear is the sound of your heartbeat and the sound of yourself swallowing. And it's so far below sea level, that's why there's no sound. But interesting enough, when you're that far below sea level, that used to be an ancient ocean at one point in time. And, you could still feel, it still feels like you're underwater. So it's an eerie type of feeling. I would suggest that you experience it for yourself and then get back with me and let me know if I'm correct on that. All right, so these right here are two of my babies, the Lincoln MKZs. They're both hybrids. As you can see, you fill them up and you get 40 miles per gallon. And on one tank of gas, you can go over 575 miles on one tank of gas. And they also can parallel park by themselves. You just press a button, take your hand off the steering wheel, it'll measure the parking spot, and it'll pull in there. So ladies or fellas, if you can't parallel park, you need to get one of these to do it for you. And it's super fabulous. So the largest, the whole roof opens up. So even though it's a sedan, it sort of opens up into a convertible because that moon roof is so big. It's the whole length of the car, really. And I love these cars, man. They were superb. And this is my third baby right here, the BMW i8 with the gull wing doors, super fast, head turner, very sporty, small and boxy, but man, just a nice piece of equipment and technology from BMW. And this is what I did with my infinite banking. I just pulled, a cool 6 figures out from my life insurance and paid for this in cash, and then put that money back into my life insurance tax-free. So make sure you Google infinite banking, because I'm going to put you up on little knowledge. I can assure, how can you assure us from experiencing reluctance, or is it how hard your drive is to do this? All right, good question, Joyana. I think that's how your name is pronounced. So I'm just reading one of the comments in the screen that I just saw. And you're always going to have reluctance. You're always going to have pushback, because in order to be successful, you have to take a risk, or you have to gamble on yourself. So you're really rolling the dice. But what I've seen is that if you learn from someone who's already successful and you remain consistent, then it increases the chances and probability that you yourself, Joy, will be successful. So I've mentored over 105 people, and my prices were very high. So for plan A, it was a one-time investment of $2,500. And for plan B, it was a one-time investment of $7,500. If you're on this call today, watching me right now, this is a special offer that you'll never, ever see again, where I'm giving you access to my full mentorship teaching in terms of live training on weekly Zoom calls. So every Monday, we're going to do a live Zoom call training, and it's only $169 a month. Phillydom is going to put the payment link up a little bit later, but I'm only accepting 100 beta testers or 100 students into this beta testing group. And this is because I spent the last year and a half automating my business. So I closed down the mentorship. So I'm no longer doing mentorships. I'm now getting ready to launch a membership course where people will be able to sign up and start learning the course materials for themselves by watching videos like other courses. But now I'm doing something very special where I'm bringing in 100 people to help me test out my membership course and the teachings as a beta testing group. So you'll be able to see my live trainings. You'll let me know whether or not you've noticed any mistakes, whether or not give me ideas, criticism as to how, maybe I could have did something a little bit different to make it more digestible. So, that's the job of a beta group. The beta group is going to go in and test everything to make sure. Phillydom, check your email. I emailed it to you. It's in your email. So again, if you're watching this, you are fortunate, you are lucky, you are blessed, because I've never, ever made this offer available ever, because I wouldn't even be able to be productive at such a low price point for the level of time I put into this in order to teach this to clients. So again, if you're watching this, the subscription is only $169 a month. All right. And it's going to be like a 9-week course, and I'm going to cover everything. I'm not going to leave anything out, because you're going to be beta testing everything for me. So, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up your Amazon account. I'm going to be walking you through how to format your Amazon account. I'm going to be walking you through how to analyze products, and I'm going to be showing you everything step by step. And so let me actually show you kind of what that business model looks like. So this right here is my first private label product, a pair of nail clippers and oven gloves. And when I first started selling these nail clippers, they were my very first product. I was brand new to Amazon, and I paid a company $3,000 just to learn how to do this. And once I finally got the nail clippers up on Amazon and I started running ads, I woke up and it was like month number 3. So I was 90 days in at this point. And my account said that I had made $634 in one day. And it continued every single day after that. And so, that got me up to a point where I was making $18,000 a month. And so what did I do? I went back in and I designed another product. So I designed these right here, Pan Piper oven gloves. And you can Google these if you want, and you'll see them up on the internet. And After I got these Pan Piper oven gloves up on Amazon, I received an email inside of my Amazon account where someone was like, "Look, I discovered your Pan Piper oven gloves. I absolutely love them. Would you sell them, or would you consider selling them?" And I was like, "I sure would." And lo and behold, we made a deal. They cut me a check, and I sold them the whole brand. And so that's the power of private labeling. And so I'm going to teach you how to do private labeling, and you'll be able to follow that same business formula. This is something that I found on the internet. It's one of my favorite little captions or memes. Over here to the left, the little character says, "Where did you find that? I've been searching for it everywhere." And the little character on the right is holding a jar full of happiness. And the character on the right says, "I created it myself." This is the same exact principle that relates to business. Nobody's going to make you successful. You have to create it yourself. And in order to do that, you need a blueprint, and you need to be able to afford it. So that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give you the blueprint. If you're watching this presentation right now, then you can grab one of those beta tester spots for only $169 a month. And the first class is going to begin on Monday. Let me see what the date is actually going to be for that. So I can just make, okay, it's going to be Monday, October the 21st. That'll be the first class. And if you can't make it live on the Zoom class or live on a Zoom call for the class, no problem. I'm going to record it. I'm going to add all 100 of you beta testers to a WhatsApp group, and I'll post the recording in the WhatsApp group so you can watch it and follow it later when you do get time and follow through. But this is $1 million course, $1 million training at an affordable monthly rate that has never, ever been done before. So this is me trying to give back. This is me trying to perfect my business. And so I can automate it, put it into a membership subscription course, and then submit it to the world. So this is why I'm making this offer available to you guys. This is me on a field trip with other Amazon sellers. And in life, I've learned that there's only 4 different kinds of people. The first person has no job. Therefore, they got all the time in the world to lay around, eat chips, sulk, and try to figure out what they're going to do in order to pay them bills. All right. But, because they don't have any money, they don't have any the resources to travel, and they're kind of broke all the time. Right. And then it's a person who's working that proverbial rat trap 9 to 5. And perhaps this is where you are right now. All right. If you're working that 9 to 5, you got no time because you're dedicating 8, 9, 10 hours a day to your job. And that gives you very little resources to travel, but you're making money. But you're probably robbing Peter to pay Paul. All right. And then there's a self-employed individual. Self-employed individual is just like working a job, but now you own the job. Now that does give you more resources to travel and of course access to more money, but you got 0 time. So I want to transition you from either having no job, being a 9 to 5 worker or a self-employed individual or entrepreneur to a business owner, where I'm going to teach you how to hire VAs, automate your business, and successfully and properly set up an LLC. Get yourself an EIN number, get yourself a business bank account, a business address, a 1-800 phone number, and then get yourself a resale permit or a tax use certificate. And last but not least, how to register your business with Dun & Bradstreet. So as you can see, I just swung that right off the top of my head because I've done it so many times, and it's how you properly set up a business. After you properly set up a business, you can then get business funding and business credit. And you won't even have to rely on your personal funding or your personal credit. Yeah, so Amazon will suspend and deactivate your account if you do something illegal. They won't do it. They won't suspend you or deactivate you if they think you're doing something illegal. You have to be doing something illegal, right? And if you're not doing something illegal and they do deactivate you or suspend you, I could put you in contact with some suspension lawyers that'll get your account reactivated, or I can show you how to go through the rigmarole yourself of getting your account reactivated. But the things that I'm going to teach you won't even really put you in that type of jeopardy unless you just go out on your own and start doing some stuff you ain't got no business doing, right? So I've been in business now with Amazon for 11 years, and I've never, ever been deactivated or suspended. And out of 105 clients, I've only had 3 clients get their account suspended. And it was kind of the same problem where they actually got with a wholesaler that they didn't vet, and the wholesaler was selling them counterfeit items. And once Amazon got wind of that, that was it. So I'm going to teach you how to do your due diligence and how to do your research so you won't end up in that predicament. All right. Now, if you're not hungry and you're not a bona fide entrepreneur, I know the price is cheap at only $169 a month. I don't want you if you're not going to follow through. And that's the mistake of most entrepreneurs. They think everything is easy. They want everything to be easy. So, but the statistical failure rate of all businesses is 90%. So only 10% are going to succeed. And so you got to have the right mindset. Instead of going out to the club, you got to say, you know what? I'm going to sit down and work my business. Or I've had clients who went on vacation, and when they came back off vacation, they just stopped working the Amazon business. Or if you encounter a tragedy in life, like a relative passing away or a marriage or whatever have you, that's just part of life. That's a cycle of life. You got to still sit down and work your Amazon business, because I can't jump on a plane and fly to your door and knock on your door and like, hey, it's time to get up and start working your Amazon business. So your success or your failure is ultimately up to you. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of how this actually works. So this right here is a sewing machine, and you can pick this up at a website called Joann. And as you can see, it was $199, but it was on sale for $119.99, right? So boom, I was able to scan it and analyze it using certain software. And the software basically told me that, okay, if I buy it for $119 from Joann and I ship it into Amazon, I can retail it for $259. That means I'm going to make $77 profit, and my return on investment is going to be 66%. Now, let me stop right there, because almost all of you watching right now got money sitting in your bank account, in your savings account, in an ROA, in a money market account, and you're making pennies on the dollar. Your bank or your RA or your money market account is paying you maybe 1.5–2% interest on your money annually. Yet I'm just showing you right now in live and in living color how you can make 66% return on your investment in a matter of 15 minutes. Not annually, not every year, not every month, not every week, not every day, but every 15 minutes if need be. All right, so let's look at the numbers. You can see here that I ordered 5, and I know from ordering 5, my profit is going to be $385. So, you could go to Joann. If you knew how to do the whole process, you could go to Joann, purchase this right now, ship it in Amazon, and this whole transaction will probably take you 5 to 15 minutes, depending on whether or not you got a system and you know what you're doing. So in 5 minutes, you could make $385. Yet some of you are either at work right now or on your way to work 8 hours a day, and you're not even going to make $385. So that's the power of what I'm sharing with you right now. And this is why I've given so many presentations all over the internet. I've been featured on international television. I've done seminars at universities. I've tried to bring this to the masses to get it out and help as many people as possible. And the whole Amazon formula is really, really simple. Even a fifth grader can understand it. You're going to source products at a low price. You're going to ship those products directly into Amazon. They're going to sell at a higher retail rate. And then you're going to pocket the difference and you're going to do it over and over again. And you can do this with an unlimited number of products. Let that sink in. An unlimited number of products. All right. Alpha Male, how is the account you helped phillydom set up doing? So Alpha Male, I helped phillydom write his first couple of books. He didn't choose the Amazon FBA business model. He chose to self-publish and become an author and publish his books. And I think he has 3 or 4 books. We'll have to get him back on and ask him specifically. But, you know, all of his books are selling and earning and doing well. And he hasn't even, I didn't even notice to the day, but he didn't even finish doing international distribution for his books. So his books are only on Amazon that he put up himself that I showed him how to do. But now I just talked to him and like, look, we need to go on the Zoom call together so I can show you how to submit your books for international distribution. So that way his book's going to end up in coffee shops, at Starbucks, Barnes and Nobles, Borders, schools, universities, all over the place, all over the world. So in that international distribution, they sell your book at a high price point, and publishers will come like, okay, I want to order 1,000 of these, and they're hot, they're selling. And so that's where things really take off with self-publishing. So I hope that answers your question about phillydom and the journey he chose. So you could choose Amazon FBA, you could choose Amazon KDP, you could choose private labeling, you could choose arbitrage. It's up to you. You can even choose Amazon affiliate. I can teach you every single business model regarding Amazon. And if you haven't noticed by now, this is the new digital medium. This is digital real estate. Long gone are the days where you have to go out, put down $50,000 on buying a house, try to renovate it, fix it up, get it listed, and bring in some buyers to pay that full price in order to turn a profit. You don't have to do that anymore. Every time you put content on the internet or product up on the internet, it gives you access to a buy button. And that buy button is digital real estate that can earn you money. I have thousands of products in my Amazon account. And for those thousands of products, I have 1,000 buy boxes that people can click buy now, and that money is credited to my Amazon account. And so this is the new medium, and this is where you need to take your business in order to be successful. Because right now you're posting on Facebook every day, or Instagram, or TikTok, but how many products are you posting? How many buy boxes do you own? How many buy now buttons do you own? That's what it comes down to. Now, as you know, my price point for my mentorship was plan A was a one-time investment of $2,500, and plan B for the executive level was a one-time investment of $7,500. Meanwhile, my competitors were charging $18,000 for the same exact setup, or $15,000 for the same exact setup. And if you get a VA to do everything for you, they want 50% of your profits. So you can see from the screenshot, this VA got one of my clients up to $40,000 a month, but they were taking $50,000 of that for themselves. So my client was only making $20,000 a month. So you don't want someone that deep into your pockets, because I'm going to show you how to do this all by yourself and how to hire your own VA and from the Philippines and only pay them $5 an hour to run your entire business for you. Now, you could also go to Udemy, udemy.com, and purchase one of these courses, but it's all fluff, all hype, and you're not really going to get anything. Because look, he sold 25,000 of these. He sold 6,000 of these, and he sold 1,000. So that's over 31,000 Amazon sellers who probably got on Amazon, didn't make any money, and gave up. because if you're going to pay $119 one time for something, then it's probably just going to be an outline. It's going to be fluff. It's going to be, look, watch this video and see if you can figure everything out. It's only going to be 10, 11, 12 videos. What I'm offering you today is the same level of training that I've been giving to my mentees, but this time around we're doing live training classes. So it's only $169 per month. And every Monday, we're going to do a live training session. So if you can't make it or you miss it, don't worry about that. I'm going to add all of you to my beta testing group, and I'm going to upload it to the beta testing group after every week of class. So, you're getting a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity and a once-in-a-lifetime chance here. And this was my old price plan for my mentorship. The plan A, a one-time investment of $2,500, and I took a 15% stake in your Amazon business. And then if you were a bona fide entrepreneur and you wanted to upgrade and keep 100% of your profits, then you could just get the executive level at $7,500. But now for you beta testers watching this right now, you can get in at $169 a month, but there are only 100 spots available. All right, so you won't have to pay the $2,500 for my mentorship. You won't have to pay $7,500 for a mentorship. I'm going to do live classes for you, cover everything, and it's only $169 a month, but there are only 100 spots available. After those 100 spots are gone, don't come to me crying. And don't hit up phillydom like, oh, I missed out. I didn't have $169 at a time. If you don't have $169, you're not ready for business, period, at all. I'm sorry I have to say that, but I try to keep it real. And that's just, the reality of the situation. And I'm going to also make sure you're set up to succeed. So I'm going to show you how to properly set up an LLC, register an EIN number with the IRS, get you a business license, a business bank account, a reseller's permit or a tax certificate, a business address and business phone number, and a business website, and then register your business with Dun & Bradstreet. So what is this going to accomplish? Well, one, it's going to make you legitimate. You are now a fully formed corporation, and you can separate your business from your personal credit, social security number, and identity. Next, with your business bank account, you'll be able to walk into that bank again and be like, hey, I want a business loan for $50,000 or maybe $150,000. They're going to say, no problem. You're going to submit your information and they're going to give you that business funding. And then you can also go to the Small Business Administration and say, hey, I want to, apply for a small business loan, and they're going to ask for your credentials, and boom, you can get more money from the Small Business Administration. And so when you are properly set up as a corporation, you give yourself a multiplied number of opportunities in order to succeed. All right, Nick Dog 400. What time will the training be conducted on Monday? So the training would be Mondays at 9 p.m. So I'm here in Thailand, and for me, that'd be 8 a.m. for me, but 9 p.m. for you if you're on the East Coast of the United States. But don't worry, Nick Dog, because the trainings will be recorded. I'm going to put all my beta testers, all 100 of you guys, into a WhatsApp group. And once the recording is complete, I'll re-upload it to the WhatsApp group, so you'll be able to watch it whenever you have the opportunity to come back and see it. And now, in full transparency, here are your monthly operating costs for everything. Remember, I don't leave nothing to guess, no guesswork. I don't leave nothing to the side. I don't try to pull anything over your eyes, no games. I just give you the expenses to make sure that you're ready for this. So you're going to need a preppership company. I'm going to help you get connected with one. They need a one-time payment of $49 and a deposit of $100. That'll get you contracted with the preppership company. What's a preppership company, Wayne? A prep and shipping company is going to handle all your products. So no matter if you purchase your products from Africa, United States, Mexico, or South America, you could be traveling, you could find something and be like, oh man, I want to buy 100 of these. And you're going to send them straight to your prep and ship company. Your prep and ship company will receive all of your products. They'll put them in your inventory. They'll add them to a spreadsheet so you can see what they've received. And then they will properly open up those products, make sure that nothing is broken, everything is working. Then they'll rebox it up and ship it into Amazon for you per Amazon's terms and conditions. All right. The next thing I provide, so I have a team of VAs that go out and they source the entire internet every single day, 5 days a week. And they source leads. So leads are products that are already profitable. They've already scanned them. They've already analyzed them. And you're going to get access to that spreadsheet, and it's going to have 10 leads on it every single day. So you don't even have to hunt for products to sell. You don't even have to guess. I give you 10 products every single day that you could sell. All right. So there's no guesswork in it. That's $139 a month. You're going to need 4 softwares. Once the first software is $19.95 a month. The third software or the second software is $39.95 per month. The fourth software is $64.95 a month. And the fifth software is $79 a month. And again, your membership subscription to Master Wayne's beta testers is only $169 a month. Because I really need you guys to come in here and watch my live trainings, ask questions so I can develop all the frequently asked questions and see whether or not I've made any mistakes, see if there's any grammar errors, see if there's any punctuation errors, or to give me advice or pushback like, hey, Master Wayne, could you teach it like this instead? And then we'll vote on it. And if you vote that we should do it this way, then I'll do it that way. But this is going to be dependent on you guys. Now, your Amazon seller account is $39 per month. So software, everything, your total expenses is $551 per month. Now, if you don't want the monthly product leads, you don't have to get that. That'll save you $139 a month. But you cannot beat having a business on Amazon for $551 a month total expenses. The only other expense you're going to have is depending on what products you choose to purchase. But you only need to purchase 2 products per week. That's going to seed your Amazon account. So here's the steps. First, I'm going to show you how to properly register as a professional Amazon seller. Once you accomplish that, I'm going to show you how to get verified. Once you're verified, I'm going to show you how to format your account. Once your account is formatted, I'm going to take you directly into training. Right? Once you're trained, you can then decide on what type of products you want to order. You can order products that cost $5. You can order products that cost $50 or $100. It's up to you. It's your business. You can choose how you want to grow. Now, this is just what I call the kiddie pool. This is just showing Amazon that you successfully opened up your professional seller account. This is showing Amazon that you know how to properly ship in products to their fulfillment centers ready to sell. And once you accomplish this, Amazon is going to reward you. They're going to start ungating you. But remember, this is the kiddie pool. Once you accomplish that and you start making money and Amazon pays you out every 2 weeks, boom. Now it's time to take you to the big boy level. Now, have you contract with a VA that I already have on hand, and the VA is going to now go out and find you wholesalers, like 10, 20, 30 wholesalers. And the wholesalers, after you submit your credentials to them, you can now buy your products directly from the wholesaler. And the wholesalers get their products directly from the distributor or manufacturer. And now, instead of you purchasing 2 products per week, you could purchase as many as you want. You could purchase 200 products per day, per week, per month. Just depends on you. And your products will be shipped directly from the wholesaler into Amazon. So you will be then ready for business. So here's a brief summary. First, the application process and set up your Amazon seller account. Format your Amazon account for your FBA business model. Because if you get this wrong, you're going to be out of business and suspended anyway, because most people just don't even know what they're doing. How to register for all the softwares that you'll need and sync those softwares up with your Amazon Seller Central account. Add you to the beta WhatsApp group, and everybody will be able to introduce themselves to everybody and meet one another, and you'll be able to communicate with each other inside the group. And then I'm going to orientate you to Seller Central and the software. So how to navigate around Seller Central so you can see your orders, see how much money you've made, and also take a look at the softwares and how to use them. Next, we'll start training you how to research and analyze all your products. And when I tell you I do everything to a T because I'm ex-military, when I analyze a product, I know my exact profit and I know my exact expenses, and I'll show you how to come up with the same exact information. Next, I'm going to show you how to set up and format your prep and ship spreadsheet so you can see what products are on their way to the Simple Price Prep company. And next, we'll do how to cover your repricing, how to back up your data, and how to reverse analyze other sellers. So your repricer simply means that once your products go live on the Amazon marketplace, you'll be able to readjust your prices in real time automatically with software doing it for you 24 hours a day, right? Then you'll be able to back up your data, and I'm also going to show you how to reverse analyze other successful Amazon sellers who are much bigger than you, and you can piggyback and borrow and steal any of their products that you want. And I'm going to show you how to see their entire store. All right, next, I'm going to show you how to register and get signed up with cashback extensions, how to get coupons, and also how to use cashback credit cards. So this is just more profit on top of your profit that we don't even factor in. And next, graduate you to wholesale and manufacturing so you can go on to private label or just go on to grow your business. And last but not least is Amazon publishing. So as you know, early in this presentation, I showed you that in the last 8 months, I've had 15 clients become self-published authors. And you'll become one of those authors if this is a route that you want to take. And so I'll show you how to completely write your book using AI to first draft an outline of the book and then have AI write the entire book, right? And then I'll show you all the proper formats you'll need in the book so your book doesn't get suspended or rejected. All right. And then with the book, the only cost that you're going to incur is purchasing what's called ISBN numbers. ISBN numbers are actually serial codes that gives you your publishing and royalty rights. So in the music game, if you're familiar with any entertainers, the course is going to run for 9 weeks, but it may go a little bit longer than that. It just depends on whether or not you need more personalized training. But after 9 weeks, you can drop out. If you have your business properly set up and you're profitable, then you can jump out, or you can stay in if you want to learn even more. It's up to you. But the class or the course is going to be 9 weeks long. All right. So you purchase the ISBN number. You can purchase 10 ISBN numbers for $295. So if you're in the music business, right, you know that most musicians don't own their masters and they don't own their publishing. And so they're missing out on a massive amount of money every single month. But with KDP and you becoming a published author, you won't miss out on your money. So that ISBN will give you ownership of those royalties for the rest of your life. And if you do something on the internet and it takes off and it goes viral, your book is going to go viral. and you're going to make more money. Now, here's the best part about publishing a book. When you publish a book, you can convert that book over to 4 different formats and get paid on 4 different ways. So first, you'll submit your book as a paperback, then you'll submit it as an ebook, then you'll submit it as a hardcover, and then you'll make the audio version of your book. So you'll get paid off of all 4 versions just for writing one book. Where else can you do that? Where else can you make one product, and that one product now pays you 4 times over? And it gets even better. Then you can get apply for international distribution, where your book will be available for sale on all 19 Amazon marketplaces. And it gets even better. Not only will your book be available for sale on all Amazon marketplaces, but I'll show you how to get your book for sale on Google. I'll show you how to get your book up for sale on Apple Books. So now that's everything. That's the 3 biggest juggernauts on the planet: Apple, Google, and Amazon. And your book will be up on all of their platforms. And even better, come closer. I'm going to show you how to publish your book in every major languages. So let's consider there's 13 major languages on this planet that people speak. I'm going to show you how to convert your book over to all 13 major languages. And so not only will your book be up on Google, Apple, and Amazon, and you'll have international distribution, but your book will also be available in all major languages. So, if you write the correct type of book, doesn't matter what language a person speaks, they'll be able to buy it and read it. And that just means more money back in your pocket. So as you can see, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this now for 11 years altogether. I've been very successful. I've made other people very successful. And, I don't sit at home on my computer saying, hey, buy my course. Hey, follow me, do this. No, I'm out here traveling the world. I haven't set foot in the United States this entire year. I left December the 16th of last year. And I went to Kenya, Africa, Nairobi, Kenya. And I was there for like 3.5 months. And when I left there, I came here to Thailand, and I've been here for 7 months. And last month, I left here. So I'm leasing a condo right on the beach. It's $1,800 a month. And I left here, and I went to Bangkok for a week. I had to get a new passport because all the pages in my passport were filled up. So I had to get a new passport. And once I got my new passport, I went to Manila, Philippines for 2 weeks. And then I came back and stayed another week in Bangkok, played some volleyball, met with my client there, Ernest Fultz. And then I came back here to Pattaya, where I actually stay in Jomtien, but it's a suburb of Pattaya. And this is how I live my life. When I met phillydom in the DR, he left and he went to Brazil. And I was like, okay, well, I'm coming to Brazil next. And when I got to Brazil, he ain't had to pay for nothing. We hung out for 2 months in Rio. He didn't have to pay for anything. We got on a flight and we flew to Salvador Bahia. And I put us up in a nice little Airbnb for 30 days. And then I found us a nice little penthouse. And again, he didn't have to pay for anything. No meals. I mean, we would hang out every day, go shopping, go to the club, VIP. They had like a little Sam's Club store there. We went shopping. Man, we spent like $500, and we had the crib fully stocked. So up on the rooftop of the penthouse, we had a pool and a bar area and a kitchen. So we would party up there whenever we got an opportunity to. And so, this is the lifestyle. This is what most people aspire to do, but they just don't know how to get here. And, if you're watching this now and you're one of the lucky 100 people who snatch up one of those spots, then this could be your reality, because I've never made this available, or I don't even think this level of business and expertise has been available ever on the internet for $169 a month. My competitors charge $18,000 and $15,000. I was charging 7,500 and 2,500 for a base level, but now I want 100 beta testers to come on for only $169 a month, and it's going to be a 9-week course, and this is your opportunity. There's never been anything like this ever before. And so now, hopefully, Philly has posted the payment link. There's also a QR code that you can scan. Philly, if you didn't see the QR code, it's in your attachments. So I'm gonna see if I can get Philly to jump on and open up all the questions so I can see them, and then we'll go ahead and go.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it's a little noise in the background. You know where I'm standing at. So.
Yeah, it's no problem. I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I gave him the link. I put the link in there. I'll try it again. Let me put it there again.
Yeah, Jalen. So when with mentorships, it's one-on-one. And I was taking 15% of the Amazon businesses because mentorship, I'm with them in the trenches every single day. Sometimes I would Zoom call my clients 2-3 times a week. And so it also ensured that they were successful because their success meant more success for me. So, but with this offer right here of being a beta tester, you get to come on for $169 a month, and I don't take anything. So the beta testers will just be helping me perfect my automation, make sure the course is clean, make sure I didn't make any mistakes, make sure the training is on point. So yeah, that 15% was absolutely necessary because I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into my mentees, making them successful. And if you missed the earlier part of this presentation, I showed a handful of successful screenshots of mentees and even helping people become published authors. So, we put in the work around here. Nick Dahl, the training will be conducted on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm here in Thailand, and for me, that's going to be 8 a.m. for me, but 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't worry, Nick Dahl 400, if you can't make the training, that no problem. You'll be able to watch a live recording of the actual training. And, so some of you all will be able to jump on the live recording while it's going on, and you'll be able to ask questions and make sure everything is properly set up. So, Ishmael, the course is going to last for 9 weeks of live classes to set everything up and get your business fully automated and operational. But if you want to delve into more business models on Amazon, like private labeling, wholesaling, reselling, you can keep your subscription for as long as you want, but the actual course length is only going to be 9 weeks. And every Monday is going to be a live Zoom call for my beta testers. So you all will be separate from any of my other clients, and you'll be seeing the automation of my brand new website and my membership course, and you'll be helping me go in, test everything out, make sure all the links are working, and you'll be, fact checking me, making sure everything runs smoothly. So, that's why you're sort of like my test drivers. All right, Joy, I remember you saying you were going to stop for a while on Tell Your Classes Feel. I think this is great that you're actually offering this again. This is amazing, low price point, nice. Yeah, you're welcome, Joy. I did stop mentoring. I haven't mentored anybody really in like 4 or 5 months. About 4 or 5 months. And so I've been working on, automating my business so I could actually now bring it to the world. Sort of like, have you ever heard of Will Rivera? Or if you ever heard of KT Hustles? If you watch Fresh and Fit, they did an interview with KT Hustles on there. And I'm up next. So, but I want to get some beta testers on first so you could troubleshoot my entire website once I give you access to it, and go through the live training and give me advice on how I should format the training to make sure it's digestible for all new students in the future. All right, so Joy is asking me if I'm in the DR now. No, Joy, I'm in Thailand right now. And I was in the DR for 18 months. I spent 6 months in Santo Domingo, and I spent 1 year in Sosua, Dominican Republic. And that's when I met phillydom. I was hanging out with my homeboy Andre, and Andre actually took me to this apartment building owned by a Jamaican guy who built it himself. And phillydom was staying there. He's like, "Yo, do y'all know phillydom?" I was like, "Yeah, I've seen some of his videos and him in Haiti." And he was like, "Okay, well, he's staying right here in this apartment right here." I was like, "Can we meet him?" And he knocked on the door, but Philly wasn't there. So, me and Andre got back on our motorcycles and rode off. And he called us a little bit later. Was like, "Yo, he's back. Y'all just come meet him." So we went back, knocked on his door, and Philly just welcomed us in. And man, we started talking, and here we are now, 2 years later, and nothing but good times. So, really appreciate phillydom. He helped my business go off to the next. Oh, he got 5 books. I thought you had 4.
There's 5 books, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was saying during the presentation that now we need to take you over to the Spark and get you international distribution, because I know you have
need that. Yeah, I ain't get that yet. I need that.
I got you.
I need that, but they buying them.
Yeah. So Philly is one of the only YouTubers now who is also a published author, but the man got 5 books.
Yep.
And just think about the level of knowledge and expertise. Like one of his books, he used to work in the Alaskan crab fish industry. And, think of how many people have bought his book and learned how to get into that industry now. So he's making a change. All right. Hello, brother. After 9 weeks, would the price still be $169 a month? Yeah. So if you want to stick around after 9 weeks and you still want to learn more, like it does take time to learn private labeling, reselling, KDP, arbitrage, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, then you can definitely stick around for as long as you want and learn as much as you want. I'm constantly teaching, clients how to grow and implement different phases of the business. So it's up to you, brother, as to how long you want your membership to last and how long you want to stay connected to me. But, in 9 weeks' time, I'm going to have you making more money than you've ever made in your life. No games, no jokes, no hype, no fluff. I go right into it. I get you ordering products, get those products shipped into Amazon, and that's just to seed your account and show Amazon that you're ready and you know what you're doing and you know how to keep your customers happy. And then after that, I show you how to contract with a VA, get into wholesaling, and now you can start scaling up to $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month. And that's chump change for real. All right. This is wonderful, says Joy. And she says, "Thank you, Master Wayne. October 21st is the start date." Yep. October 21st is the start date of the very first class. And it'll start at 9 p.m. on the dot. Don't be late. And just make sure you snatch up one of those beta tester spots, because it's only 100. And after I give this presentation right here, right now on phillydom's channel, I will be sending out an email to a massive list of people. And so those 100 spots will disappear probably within the next hour or two. So, this is an opportunity that I wanted to just make available, because I know how important it is to have beta testers come in and kick everything around before you release something and realize that it's not working properly. Or just to look at the course material and be like, "Oh, this is great, but can you also go further in depth into how to do this or how to do that?" So Philly has put up my information. If you want to contact me personally, ask me more questions. He's also put up my email address and my Facebook. So if you want to contact me, feel free to reach out, give me a call. You can call me any time of the day or night. I have an international phone, so I'm ready, set, go all the time. And yeah, this is an incredible opportunity. You know, I talked this over with phillydom, and he was like, "Yeah, I agree. I think you should do this because, you know, back when I was giving the presentations, some people couldn't afford 2,500, and they definitely couldn't afford 7,500. So it was only available for people who, you know, either had access to that cash and were ready. But now, for this beta tester group, this is like a dream come true." Any more questions, Philly?
I'm looking to see if they have. Yeah, we had a couple haters in here too today. You know how it go.
Oh man, we love the haters. Put the haters comments up too. You know, we love the haters, man. Matter of fact, if you don't have haters, it's because there's nothing to hate on. You're not successful. You're doing the same thing you're doing. You're hanging out in the club every weekend.
Yeah,
You're hanging out at the basketball court, or you're hanging out at the liquor store. You ain't did shit in life. You ain't done nothing.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's true.
you got nothing to do but sit around and hate. So
Yeah.
you ever heard anybody hating on a homeless man?
Nope. No.
Nothing to hate on. Right.
Yeah.
But the dude up in the penthouse trying to do his thing and help other people, yeah, there's plenty of opportunity for you to hate on him. And so that's kind of me. Pretty Dom, are you in Bahia right now? I'll be there on Friday. Okay.
No, I'm in Fortaleza. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Fortaleza right now. But what a lot of people don't know is that Philly Dom is now famous, published author 5 times over. Hanging out with him in Salvador Bahia in Brazil was an experience. I mean, here we are. We're not even in Rio. We in Salvador Bahia with we're like the only American tourists there, period, right? But we walking down the street on a random night and all we hear is, yo, Philly Dom. Just out of the blue, right? Yeah. So, that's the level of excellence he's providing and the level of content and service he's giving to, you guys as his subscribers. And he's approachable. He's, you can talk to him about anything. And, seeing that in person, I was like, man, Philly is doing his thing, because you don't see that, so it's like, he's famous, without, dribbling a basketball or throwing a football or, or spitting 17 balls, he putting in work and going about it the right way.
Cool vibe. Yes, indeed.
He also gets a lot of ladies because of that fame too. I've seen it firsthand.
He tells the secret.
Yeah. Oh, but he's a people person, so yeah.
We out here.
We can talk to anybody.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Any more questions?
Yeah, guys, if you don't have any more questions, but you know someone who can benefit from this type of opportunity, go ahead and share this video with them, or share the link with them, or share the payment link so they can get on. Because after this after this presentation ends, I will send this out to my email list, and all 100 spots will probably get soaked up within a couple of hours. So be first, be fast.
Do you think you want to do another one like in 2 days or something like that, just in case?
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and hold off. We'll do another one in a couple of days, and then I'll send it out to my email list, because I know once I send it out to my email list, there's people who's been waiting on this too. So I just wanted to give it to you first.
Okay.
Yeah. So when do you want to reconvene and do this again?
What's a good day for you? What's a good day?
Man, I'm off 7 days a week, so just pick a day. Actually, you tell me what's the best day for your subscribers and the best time. You know your subscribers better than I do. When are the most amount of people?
But you got till the 21st, so I say do it a couple times before the 21st. Still, send it wherever you got to send it to.
Okay.
Oh man, what's the day? The day is Wednesday. Well, you ahead of me. Today is Tuesday. Uh, do you want to do one tomorrow or like a
Let's
Saturday or a Sunday?
let's do one maybe
Sunday is a
Saturday.
big day.
Yeah, well let's do it like Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday at prime time.
that'd be a good day because everybody, they home from work. Most people,
Yeah,
and
watching the
that's a big
games.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
around this time it would be perfect. Like 9 p.m., 8 p.m. East Coast time.
Okay. Well, you tell me the best time. Look at your analytics in your back
Okay.
office and see,
All
when
right.
the most amount of people will be on your live and participating, and then we'll
Mhm.
do it again.
All right, then no problem then.
Yeah. And I know you're gonna put up the recording, so a lot of people will
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
see
they're gonna see it. It's
everything.
gonna
Yeah.
play through. That's why I said give it a couple days for it to play through. Because
Yeah.
they always ask about it. Master Wayne, where's Master Wayne? Because they know I'm back in Brazil. They're like, where's Master Wayne? I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he in the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam,
Yeah.
and wherever else he went.
Yeah. Vietnam, Cambodia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was supposed to go to Tokyo, but all the stamps in my passport were used up. So
They
yeah, I
wouldn't
had
let
the
you. Yeah,
plane ticket and everything, but I couldn't
wow.
go because I
Yeah, they
didn't
won't
have no
let you.
passport.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens. It happened to me one
Yeah.
time in El Salvador. It was all filled up. They said, boy,
Yeah.
you ain't leaving our country unless you get a new passport. I was like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember when I was I left Salvador and I went to the
Uh-huh.
airport and I was supposed to go to Cartagena?
Yep, I remember.
I couldn't go because they was like they had an outbreak of yellow fever,
Yeah.
and they was like, yo, you gotta have a yellow fever card. I got one now, but I didn't have one
Yeah.
then. So,
You
I
got to
had
come right back. It was
plane ticket and
crazy.
everything, but couldn't even go.
Yeah, that was crazy. And they don't give you your money back when you miss the flights.
Nope.
It's like the biggest rip-off thing they got going
Yeah.
on, man. They said at
Yeah.
least try to get your money back if you pay
Yeah.
for the flight. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't have no sympathy or nothing. They're like, oh
No, they
well.
cold-hearted. They cold-hearted down here with that. They cold-hearted
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
But that's one of the things, man. That's why you want to really start a business and get your money up. So things
Yeah.
like that don't hurt you. I ain't even
Yeah,
bat
that's
an
true.
eye. I lost a
That's
couple
true.
$100, but
Yeah.
that's
He said it is
that's
what
real
it
life.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw your buddy too. In the DR when I was there a couple months back. That you was going to go see that time.
Andre.
Yeah, we was going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Andre and yeah, I
He
saw
sent me a picture,
Andre.
y'all.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
told. Yeah, we took a picture together. So he said it
Yeah.
to you. Yeah, he's still there. He love the DR boy. He ain't leaving the
Yeah.
DR
He
boy.
ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Where'd you run into him at?
In Santo Domingo, right
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Zona Colonial, right
Zona
there.
Colonna, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't leaving the DR, man.
Yeah.
He
It's
got
because of
mad love.
Andre that I met you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
And your other
Yeah.
boy, what's his name? Polo. He from DC.
Polo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Polo.
did it too. Boy, the boys
Yeah.
love the DR, boy.
Oh
They ain't
yeah.
leaving the
Polo,
DR, yo.
yeah. He been there more. He might as well move there.
Yeah, he told me he was there like 6, 7, 8 months straight. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, man. But thank you for doing this presentation.
No
Thank
problem,
you
no
to all
problem.
the subscribers and the haters. I love you too. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, let's get this automation ready. And let's get these 100 beta testers, on the ground so they can start poking things apart and make sure that everything is ready to go to the next level.
All right then. So that's it. I'm gonna hit them off the live now. Talk to you
Okay.
guys later, and we'll do it again in a couple of days. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll do it
Yeah, just
again.
let me know.
All right, because they always ask about you. Master Wayne, Master Wayne, Master
Yeah. Yeah, they ain't seen me in a minute. I've been quiet.
Wayne. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then. Let me let them go.